I almost want to be on a rant or go on a rant, but I want to talk to the black people of the South that particularly live in red states, where you are you're a part of the 92% of the black women that voted different November 2024, and you're part of the 80% of black men that voted different in November of 2024. You actually know how to pronounce former Vice President Kamala Harris's name correctly, that first name, that you're not intentionally trying to say it wrong. You supported, for those of you that were in Texas, or you supported Jasmine Crockett, okay? You did not align with Stephen A. Smith while he was on Fox News talking about how this woman talked, and then spreading that rhetoric so that other people who have hateful spirits talking about the way that woman talk. I switch it up the way I talk. Sometimes it's very super professional, and other times, because black people are not a monolith. I'm not just a professional. I'm still a person that has a past, that has a culture within a culture, okay? Right? So, for those of you on the right side of history, where your viewpoint isn't skewed, where you're not self hating, where you can sensibly say, hey, I do appreciate ICE protecting the borders, but not treating people inhumanely, okay? Where you can say, hey, I'm not necessarily trusting Republicans or Democrats, but I will make the better choice and not vote against my own interest. I'm talking to you all. In light of what has happened with this Supreme Court's decision of the Civil Rights Act, we know that within 1 hour, there have been some Republican governors that have immediately gone to redraw those maps. And what I want you all to do is not give up hope. I know it's hard because we are so tired, but so were our ancestors. And they fought hard. It's not over. They want us to think it's over. They want us to feel like our votes don't count. They want us to think that we're not going to overcome. They want us to believe that we're not going to have allies. And just like we had allies before, we will have some. Now, we do need to be a little bit more discerning when it comes to the other groups and the other ethnicities, even the melanated ones. We do need to be a little bit more discerning. I know a lot of times in my content it may look like I'm trying to be divisive and all that, but no, what I'm trying to do is make sure that we are proud of who we are, and that the younger people of our lineage, that we're proud, that we don't let anybody take away from our history. And that's really all. I just want us to be proud of who we are and where we come from. So you all just hold on, hold the line, do not give up. Look, they have tried so many things, but we are too great to be defeated. So do not get discouraged. Just make sure that you know all of the rules as close as you can to when your elections do come up, because I do know that some states like Louisiana, I think it was Louisiana, don't quote me on this, where they canceled the midterms and they were in the middle of them because that governor wants to now redistrict things so they can cheat, so that they can weaken you guys. Well, yeah, what the Supreme Court did, weakening the black vote, it makes it very difficult to prove what you can see with your own two eyes. So do not give up hope. Just hold the line. We're gonna get this together, where we're gonna be organized and working. There are more of us that think alike than the few out here on the internet that's loud and wrong, loud and not a real representation of who we are. We showed that we are a mighty, mighty voting bloc, November 2024. And it's just a matter of us, those of us staying connected. And the fact that what they've done, those "oh, my vote don't matter" people that just sat home and didn't do anything, if your vote didn't matter, why do you think they did what they just did? The people that was never Kamala people, or Jill Stein people, or third party voter here, or I'm just going to vote for Trump. Yeah, you all are the reason this is happening. And some of you are trying to redeem yourself, while others, y'all just got quiet and embarrassed, or just remaining loud and wrong. Well, on the wrong side of history for sure. It's a conversation starter, people. If you want to know who your tribe is, you got to ask them. Who did you vote for in November 2024 in the U.S. election? That's the litmus test. That's how you know who's your tribe. because something's wrong with people if they really can't see it because of everything that is happening right now. And I don't need to list all of those things because you guys know everybody's nervous systems are triggered because of that man's X account and his Truth Social account. He's always posting things. He posted himself as Jesus, saying, "Oh, I was just posting myself as a healer." Black people of the South and the red states, y'all keep hope alive, okay? Yeah, we're going to keep on till victory is won. We will. Just, take a moment. We already were supposed to be resting anyway, but we are, seeds in my mouth. I was just eating some pomegranate seeds. Anyway, we come from greatness. We come from the strong. We are the descendants of the ones who chose not to commit suicide and jump off those boats. We come from the ones who endured. We're going to get through this, y'all. Just hold the line. And just know where your polling places are. Make sure your registrations are up to par. Make sure that your IDs are up to par, your addresses. Do all of that now, okay? November is coming. Primaries are coming. Do it now. Carpool. Get some shuttles together to help the elderly and to help people get to these polling places. We know they be trying to close down all of y'all polling places, so you have to travel 50 miles just to vote. Let me try to make it very inconvenient. The voter suppression methods are real. They are real. And definitely if you need to have some type of something on you, so that people who may try to threaten you, hey, do what you need to do so you can exercise your vote and change your circumstances. They're expecting you to just be tired. They're expecting you to give up. They're expecting you to just not even come out or show up. That's why they're making it very hard. Okay. Just keep hope alive. And the rest of you that were and voted on the wrong side of history, half the days y'all voted for. But my heart goes out to those of the South where it's about to, I don't even have anything else to say. I'm gonna hold it with y'all. We're gonna hold it together.